Today we're going to be looking at a couple of different options for those of you who have a dryer, a clothing dryer in the house, and you can't vent it to an outside wall. Maybe the distance is too great, or you just don't have the ability to go through a wall to get your dryer vented out. Or you're in a northern climate where you want to have it so you keep that heat and humidity from during those cold winter months in the house. We've got two different options we're going to look at. We're going to look at the Better Vent dryer right here, which is a little bit larger system that'll, again, allow you to keep that heat and humidity in the house during those cold winter months. And we're also going to look at the Dryer Vent Heat Keeper. Now, these are two different options. They can do similar things and a little bit different things. We'll look at these. Both of them are available on Amazon. We'll put the links in the description below so you can pick up either one of these if you want to. Let's open them up and take a look. So immediately you're going to notice they're two completely different sizes. They work in similar ways, and again, there's a few variances. The Heat Keeper has the inlet in the bottom, and you can have two options. You can either run the heat out the front, or you can have it go out the top. What that allows you to do is basically for those situations where you have your venting going out, you can run in, you can go out of the venting to your outdoors, or you can have it so you can put this little flapper down, and you can vent it into the room. So you can keep that heat and humidity in the house during those cold winter months. Or in situations where you don't have that ability to go outside, you can basically seal this off one way, shape, or form. Or you could just leave it, I suppose, and there's a little bit of air leakage that can happen. But then the little screen on the top would filter the air and allow you to keep that heat and humidity and still use your dryer. Screen is your only filtering on this device. Also, it doesn't quite seal up around there, so as I'm flipping it back and forth, there is air that can escape and go around that. A little flapper is kind of a cool idea, and I like that ability to have it so I can choose if I want to go outside or inside. But it's not quite the filtration system that you might want if you're going to be putting that air, that linty air back in your house. Now let's look at the Better Vent dryer system. A little bit different now because of the size. First off, let's open this up a little bit. I'm going to pop this open. You're taking a look at, this is where the air is going to be coming out of. Now if we compare size, there's definitely a lot of difference in size. You can actually pop this screen out because this has got a screen and the first line of filtration is a screen. And I can get 4, maybe 5 of these in this size of area. So we've got our screen, and then a second round of filtration is a mesh filter. Kind of like a inexpensive furnace filter you might find, but it's a blue on one side, white on the other, and you put the white towards the room side, and you can just stick that in there, and then I can put the screen in, and of course it sat in there, so it's a little tough to grab, and I can snap that all together, and now it is about ready to use. This can be mounted on a wall. It can be mounted on the side of if you needed to, on the side of the dryer. There's just a lot of different options for that. Much more surface area. You've got multiple levels of filtration to keep a lot of that lint out. And it also it doesn't have the ability to bypass and say go outside like the other one does, but it has the ability to kind of protect itself so that you're not going to get this say if I forget to clean this, that it's not going to basically blow up or cause really inefficient drying to go on with my dryer. It's got a little hatch up here. And this is adjustable by some magnetic pieces that are in the kit, that are in the bag. And what those magnets will allow you to do is basically adjust the strength or the amount of pressure it takes to pop this up. The way this works is that there's going to be lint that comes out. There's no question about it. Dryers make lint. Even with the dryer filtration system inside it, there's lint coming out. It's going to fill the screen and it's going to fill the filter. You might want to take this apart and clean it every couple of loads, what have you. You'll figure that out. But eventually the things will start to plug up because there's going to be some small things in there, small lint that we just can't get. This white and blue filter will catch that. Well, once that gets plugged, once it gets about 80% full, and the instructions tell you how to set this up, but you'll have those magnets and they'll hold this shut. But once it gets too full, this will pop open. And that becomes your signal that, hey, this filter's ready to be replaced, and it won't cause that dryer to get too much buildup or really even start a fire. So kind of a cool little system. Again, it's adjustable. The instructions tell you how to do that and tells you how to mount this thing and get it all set up. Both of these are easily mounted with your standard flexible tubing. Remember though, whenever you're working with flexible tubing, you want to make those flexible tubing runs as short as humanly possible because flexible tubing is not really nice for dryer venting. your solid tubing is much better, but in this situation you may need to use a little bit of that, but again, keep it as short as possible. So we'll put links in the description below so you can check these out, but these are two different options for venting your dryer into the house for those cold winter months, or, you know, it being the times when you don't have the ability to get to that outer wall.